probably still a wee bit annoyed about not getting the result we were looking for on Saturday. What's the mood been like in the dressing room?
It's been okay. I think overall, as a team, we felt we played well, like good enough to actually win the game. They go down to 10 men and they actually defended very well, and nothing really fell for us. So the main thing for us, we're still playing the right way, playing the way we want to play, and we're getting more possession, more shots on target, more shots. We're looking more threatening. So all the things are pointing in the right direction. We just couldn't get the result at the weekend.
We get a break from the league action now, and it's a cup game, so always important, always can be a wee bit fresh as well. But what's the thoughts ahead of the game against Hamilton?
It could be a hard one. They're a good team in the lower league. Could be seen as a bit of a banana skin. But I know quite a few of the boys, and all like good players. So should be a tough game, to be honest. I know the situation, the club's in at the moment, but I'm sure they'll be wanting to win just as much as we are.
I suppose that's one thing we've got to bear in mind. As much as they are lower division, it's more or less a championship squad that they've got, so we've got to expect that game to be difficult. But it's here as the home team, the team in that division above, a chance to really show what we're capable of.
Yeah, definitely. I think for us, if we keep playing the same way, the last few games, obviously we're not in the position of the table we want to be, but we're playing against teams that are higher in the league and we're actually outplaying them, and our stats and stuff are much better. We're just not in the position we want to be, but if we keep playing the same way, I certainly don't have any doubts, or the team has any doubts, we'll put in a good performance at the weekend.
Something that Sinky and the guys have been speaking about the last couple of weeks is the focus on ourselves, on our performance, on our levels and the standards that have been setting. So is it more of the same? Is it more about what we're good at and going out and implementing that game plan?
Yeah, for sure. I think obviously it's a cup game. You just got to play the game. I think everyone thinks we're good enough. Like I said, the atmosphere is still very good for a loss. We still think we played very well, created a lot. So I think just do the exact same as what we've been doing. Simple as it sounds, just keep doing what we've been doing. Pressing high, playing good football, trying to pass, do the right things, and obviously mix it up when we need to. I felt at the weekend, we're still trying to pass it through a lot, like 9 players, which is very difficult. Sometimes we need to play, the right way at the right times. But we're getting better at it, and we're definitely getting better at it. That's just a good sign for everyone.
I suppose it was a problem we've not really had to solve that often up to that point when we came across it, that most of the time it's been 11-11 and teams both going on the attack. They've done the right thing for them for obvious reasons, but it was just something we'd not really got used to before that point in the season. Yeah,
I think so. That's a good point. I think for us, we've sort of been the counter-attacking team, but now we're growing more in confidence with our performances. We're actually having more of the ball, more possession, and it's adjusting and adapting to that situation in the game that we need to get better at. I'm sure the coaches will, prepare us better for those situations, so they're not as unusual as the weekend, and we can capitalise on those situations to the best of our abilities.
I think obviously you've touched on it, that you were with Hamilton last season, know the manager, some of the players that are still there. So does that help us? Do we know what to expect from them? I guess they know what to expect from us in the same side. Yeah,
I think they'll run hard, they'll try very hard to put us off our play and be very aggressive with us. At the same time, they've got quality, they can hurt us. I think obviously, not just me, as a few other boys that were there last year, would be knowing what to expect and what qualities their best players have, and I'm sure we'll be passing on that information to the rest of the team. Hopefully we prepare everyone the best we can and get through to the next round.
That next round is when the top flight teams come into the mix as well, so all that more important if you want to get a glamour tie, or if you want to get yourself a game against one of the bigger or better teams. It's very important to get through this round.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants to play in the bigger games and play against playing the bigger occasions
Yeah.
as much as possible. I think obviously just try and win the game first.
Yeah.
Win the game first and then worry about that, and then see what happens, see where it takes us, and you never know where we can get to.
You must be delighted with your return so far this season, on 10 goals already, getting firing in the league, as well as obviously the good start we had in the first few games of the League Cup. How are you feeling at the moment?
Yeah, I feel good. Feel I'm in a good place, in my head as well with my game. I feel like I know, when to run, when not to run. A lot of things are coming to me more naturally, and I'm just sort of playing my game. That's not just down to myself; it's down to the players and the coaches. Put me in positions that I can feel most comfortable to get the most out of me. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's going. I sort of just take every game as it comes. I just try and do the best every day, and see what happens. You never know what can happen in football, and just try and put my head down and just keep playing the way I've been playing and see what happens.
We're seeing a real kind of partnership developing with you and Mox as well, you and Chris Mockery. There seems to be, the more the games go on, I know that we didn't get the goal at the weekend, but the more the games go on, we see that kind of link up. These are looking for each other and starting to get that real understanding of where each other are going to move into, the space you occupy, all that.
Yeah, I think me and Chris, we're good friends off the pitch as well, so it helps, and we can be honest with each other and tell them what we need from each other. We always try and look for each other because we know each other's games, and like you said, the more we are playing with each other, the more minutes we get, the more we can get that connection better. And also at the same time, we don't need to pass it to each other every time.
Yeah.
One of us can be selfish and take a shot on if we need it, and I think that's even more of a better relationship, that understanding of he needed to shoot there and didn't need to pass. But it's good though. It's good to have a player like Chris next to you up front, who pretty much plays the same way that you play. So the things you do, he'll then do the next thing you think should happen.
Sure.
Which is good. Like you said, obviously it didn't happen on Saturday against Ayr. Didn't really connect. There was the last few tackles and stuff.
Yeah.
But Rafe Rovers worked very well, and there's been good signs and flashes of us having a good partnership. I think the main thing for us is just keep doing what we're doing and take our chances when they come to help the team and score goals and hopefully win more games, get more points for us. That's the main thing for our job. That's our job.
Brilliant. Well, we'll start with that on Saturday in the Cup. Thank you very much for your time, Euan.
Thank you.
Aaron, big game in the Cup. Obviously very important that we get ourselves through to the next round. What do you expect from Hamilton?
Yeah, we've obviously watched a few of Hamilton's games. They're going well in the league so far, so it'll be another tough test for us.
Probably look at them and say it's a championship squad in that division, albeit not as high up the league as they would otherwise be, based purely on their performances on the pitch. So got to expect it to be a much more even game perhaps than your usual championship versus lower league team.
Yeah, no, they've got a lot of championship players probably capable of still playing at this level. So we'll have to be on our A game to match that.
There's been no secret, in the press, everywhere else, that they don't have their troubles to seek as a club. Does that give them extra incentive to try and get themselves through the next round?
Maybe, but when you get on the pitch, you're not really thinking about the off-field sort of goings on. So once you get on that pitch, it's more about the football side takes over.
And you've said before the last few weeks that the focus here now is about our performances, our standards, and making sure we are on it to the best of our ability. So is that very much the message again?
Yeah, no, definitely. Even that's probably us been in a month now, and the whole place is sort of, you can feel it yourself. It's lifted. So it's just about taking the positives and obviously working on the negatives from Saturday and implementing them on the game on the weekend.
Saturday was probably a kind of problem we didn't quite manage to solve, but a problem we've not really had to play up against much so far this season. It's something that we can learn from, that situation of playing against the low block of 10 men. Yeah,
no, it's just recognising what to do when you get into that situations. I feel like a lot of our games now will probably look like that. Not with 10 men, but obviously with them a man extra, us dominating in the final third, and it's just about us trying to be creative and sort of unlocking that final pass, final shot to work a goal.
The fact that it is a cup game and it's a break from the league, does that give things a bit of a freshness, or is it just another game of football?
Yeah, possibly. I would have probably liked to keep on playing the league after come from a defeat. But no, it'll give us a nice break from the league, and then we'll be ready to go again after this game.
Chance to finish the month on a high as well, get through to that next round where the top flight teams come in at that next round. So really important that we do make sure our name's in the hat.
Yeah, no, it's a good opportunity. Boys have been saying that today as well. Been emphasising the point that you never know what happens after you get through this round. All the bigger teams come in, so a chance to maybe go and play one of the big boys at their ground or at home here. So yeah, it's a good opportunity for us.
Like you say, it's probably about a month, give or take, since you took over the reins, assisted obviously by Hudson Prunty. How much are you enjoying it? No,
it's been good. I've enjoyed it. Something different than sort of being the assistant. So it's all been positive, and the reaction and everything from the fans, the boys have been amazing. So long may that continue. It's
really seemed to give the playing squad a boost. You talked about the place, the whole stadium feeling like it's got a lift. I guess that comes with the results, but also the performance levels. Even on Saturday, where it was a bit frustrating, you compare that to some of the performances previously, and it is a real improvement. Yeah, no, definitely. Results obviously drive that, but it's just knowing that we can compete at this level with the top teams, albeit probably barring that St Johnstone game. We've probably dominated most games, so it's just now about what we do with that domination. And with Hamilton coming in as the team from the lower division, just focusing back on Saturday coming, incentive on us then to match their aggression, to match their energy and their desire, because they'll maybe come into this game with a point to prove. Yeah, and probably nothing to lose as well. But we obviously go into it as we do every game, looking to try and dominate, stamp our authority on the game, and hopefully that'll be enough to win. How's Dean? Obviously went off injured during the game against Ayr. Yeah, you sort of just think it was maybe like a little nerve issue. So I'm hopeful he's trained fine today. So hopefully he'll be all right come Saturday. The rest of the guys, they edging closer. Yeah, so Kingy and Airdrie have been joining in more training. Reedy's joined in a couple of days now, so he'll be looking to get back on Saturday, and then probably Rico Armstrong's probably maybe another few weeks away. So. And obviously Dylan was fit to be in the squad on Saturday as well, so is he still progressing nicely? Yeah, and that's the positive. There's players there ready to come and stake a claim to start. But the boys have been starting, have been doing well to keep the jersey, so it's just about that competitiveness and trying to stay in the team. You starting to get the knocks on the door? Not yet, but maybe shortly. Brilliant. We'll see you on Saturday. Thank you very much. Cheers.